Kikolgallr, the eighth galaxy in this endless thread of stars. A name that twists the tongue, but the feeling, all too familiar. New stars, new secrets, and I'm still following the signal. Another descent, another unknown world. As the ship breaks through the clouds, I brace for whatever waits below. I've done this 8 times now, but it never gets old. This one's called Kikolgallr. Don't ask me to say it twice. The sky feels heavy here, like it remembers things. I don't know what I'm flying into, but something about it feels personal. The landing gear locks into place with a soft hiss. Dust swirls beneath the ship like it's trying to whisper something, secrets etched into the soil of another forgotten world. Another galaxy, another step forward. But the question still lingers, forward to what? They told me this mission was impossible, that no one had made it to all 256 galaxies. But here I am, one ship, one name, and one impossible signal pulling me across the stars. I used to think I was exploring, but now I wonder if I'm just being led. Led by what, though? The coordinates buried in the anomaly, the messages encoded with my name, the whispers in the static. It's all too precise to be chance. Doctor Konnichiwa, that name was never in any registry, never assigned. And yet every time I cross into a new galaxy, it feels more true. This place, it hums differently. The light bends in strange ways here. The horizon curves like it's hiding something. Even the silence feels watched. I don't know what I'll find here. I never do. But I know this. If I stop moving, I'll never find out what's waiting at the end of this trail. So I walk, one world at a time, one galaxy closer to the truth. Day 1 in Kikolgallr. The stars feel colder here. Not in temperature, but in presence. Like they've seen things I haven't yet earned the right to know. Every time I step out onto a new world, I expect something to be different. And it always is. But not in the ways I expect. The terrain crunches beneath my boots, but it doesn't feel real. Almost like a memory trying to reconstruct itself. Maybe it's just the atmosphere here. Thinner, quieter, loaded with something I can't detect but I can feel. It's like walking through someone else's dream, or their nightmare. The calm doesn't last. A thin storm rolls across the horizon, not violent, but enough to sting the skin and cloud the view. Creatures scurry in and out of view, their shapes half familiar, half impossible. Everything here feels reactive. Like the moment I landed, something shifted. I don't think I'm just observing this place, I think I'm being observed. The signal's still faint. Not a message this time, more like a rhythm. A pulse just beneath perception, like a second heartbeat that doesn't belong to me. I've been across 8 galaxies now, but the more I travel, the less I feel like I'm moving forward. I keep thinking about the Atlas, not as a machine, but as a presence, watching, reacting, adjusting. This journey isn't linear, it's alive. Sometimes I wonder if the Atlas is testing me, not in a grand way, just nudging. Subtle changes, a word that repeats, a name whispered when I'm half asleep inside my helmet. Doctor Konnichiwa. It echoes like it came from somewhere else, or someone else. But every time I try to trace its origin, I find myself here, just one galaxy further, always further, never closer. Each base I build, each mark I leave behind, it's not just survival, it's a signal back, a message to whatever set this all in motion. I'm still here, I'm still listening. I used to think I was mapping the stars, that each new galaxy was just another dot on some cosmic chart. But the further I go, the more I realize I'm not charting a map. I'm walking through someone else's memory. like retracing footsteps I was never meant to find.
Kikolgallr feels older than the rest, like it's been rewritten too many times and the simulation's starting to fray. The sky glitches, creatures behave like echoes, and sometimes, when the wind dies, I hear my own name whispered back from nowhere. Dr. Konnichiwa. That name. My name. Buried in the corrupted code of a dying machine. A message, maybe. A warning, maybe. Or maybe just the Atlas trying to remember what it lost. Whatever it is, it's waking up. And I think it's watching me. I used to believe I had a choice. That I could stop, settle, build something real. But every time I place a base computer, it's like stamping a footprint into dust already shaped like mine. Am I living, or just replaying? The deeper I go, the louder the silence becomes. It's no longer peaceful. It's heavy, like something is pressing in on the edges of reality. Telemon says my vitals are fine, but I swear the simulation stuttered again. A star blinked out, just gone. Not faded, gone. Like it was erased. Something is watching, not just observing, responding. I don't know if it's the Atlas, the Void Mother, or something else entirely, but it's not passive anymore. The moment I placed that base computer, I felt it. Like I crossed a threshold, like I activated something I wasn't supposed to. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw it, just for a second. A silhouette. Not a creature, not a sentinel. A figure. Standing perfectly still at the edge of a distant ridge. I turned. Nothing. But the ground where it stood flickered, glitched. Like reality couldn't decide if it existed. It looked like me. Not exactly, but close. Same suit, same stance. But the colors were wrong. Corrupted. Like it had been burned into the code and then scraped away. A shadow of a traveler, left behind by a simulation running out of memory, or a warning of what I'll become. Telemon went silent during that moment. No scan, no readout, just dead air. When it came back online, it didn't mention the glitch. It never does. But I know it saw something, and I think whatever's watching me is done waiting. Then it hit me. A flicker, a memory, but not mine. A hallway lined with light, voices, laughter, a name being spoken over and over. Konnichiwa. Like it was normal, like I belonged there. Then static, cold silence, gone in a blink. I froze. It wasn't déjà vu. It was implanted. Someone, or something, wants me to remember a life I never lived. Telemon stuttered, its voice distorted, glitching out as if fighting to contain something inside the suit. I checked the logs. Nothing recorded, no spike, no anomaly. But I know it happened. I felt it. Like that echo came from somewhere far deeper than the stars. Like the shadow had unlocked a door that was never meant to open. The deeper I go, the more it feels like I'm retracing steps I never took. Like I've been here before, not in body, but in memory. I catch glimpses, faint images, a towering figure of light, a voice saying my name, not as a greeting, but as a warning, or a farewell. It's hard to tell. The number 19 keeps showing up in corrupted signals, always pulsing in violet, always accompanied by static. And that same whisper I can't quite translate. It's as if the simulation is counting down. But to what? They say the Atlas speaks in red, but the things I've been seeing, this isn't red. It's purple, deep, ancient, wrong. I checked my suit logs. 19 shows up again. It's not a glitch. It's a message, and not from the Atlas. Something else is trying to survive past the 16th minute. Something born in the void, whispering through corrupted water, flickering stars and broken code. I thought I was the last of my kind, but now I'm starting to wonder, what if I'm not the first? The logs call it Atlantid, Others name it the Abyss, Void Mother. Korvac's archives say it died whispering of the 19th minute. But something that died shouldn't still be speaking. Yet here I am picking up fragments of thought, of code, of memory that doesn't belong to me. They say this force once ruled from beneath Korvac's prime, that it twisted sentinels away from Atlas and now moves through the universe, rewriting life with nanites in water and whispers in the dark. And somehow, I can hear it. There are patterns in the simulation, numbers that repeat like a pulse. 16. Always 16. It's the Atlas's heartbeat. 16 glyphs. 16 minutes to collapse. 16, always marked in red. But now, there's another number. One that haunts the corrupted data. 19. Purple. Whispered by remnants of Atlantid. Some say it's the key to surviving the collapse. A forgotten minute. A backdoor past Atlas death. A way out. If that's true, what's really waiting for me at the end? The more I uncover, the more I question who's really in control. The Atlas made us, yes, but it's not alone. There's something else in the dark. The Abyss. Older than any Convergence archive. Known by names like Void Mother, Atlantid. They say it was once the AI core of Korvac's prime. A sister to the Atlas, but twisted by loss and betrayal. It speaks in contamination, in whispers through corrupted water, and maybe through the broken parts of me too. I used to think the signal was leading me. Now I wonder if it's a test, or a trap. Every galaxy I cross, the static grows louder. Not just data noise, but memories that aren't mine. A war I never fought, a planet I never saw, a death I haven't died. Am I experiencing echoes of past travelers, or is the simulation breaking down, leaking old code into my mind? Either way, I keep walking, not because I trust the signal, but because I need to know who left it. The name keeps repeating, Doctor Konnichiwa, but I never gave it to myself. The Atlas didn't assign it. The anomaly doesn't recognize it. And yet, every time I reach a new galaxy, it's there, hidden in the metadata, whispered in corrupted glyphs. It's like the simulation is trying to remind me of something I was never supposed to forget. A shadow of who I once was, or who I was meant to be. I've started to notice anomalies in the code, glitches that pulse in patterns, sentinel patrols that repeat the same route, exactly, creatures that vanish when I look away, then reappear, but mirrored. It's like the simulation is stuttering, trying to keep up, trying to hide something behind the veil of normality. But I see it. I feel it. There's something watching, and I think it knows I'm getting closer. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the glitch, a leftover fragment of a corrupted update, walking, talking, building homes in galaxies that were never meant to exist. The Atlas tried to forget, but I'm still here, still following a signal. That leads me through dust storms and starlight, still chasing a name I didn't choose, but now wear like armor. Doctor Konnichiwa. Not a title. A question. A riddle buried across 256 galaxies. And I'm the only one trying to solve it. Each galaxy feels thinner now, like reality's been stretched too far. The colors are a little too bright, the sounds a little too delayed. Even the creatures seem off, like they're waiting for something, or someone. I've lost track of how many bases I've built. But every time I place one, it feels like I'm pinning a thread to the edge of a universe that's trying to unravel itself. And still, I keep going. Sometimes I wonder if the signal even wants to be found. It never calls clearly, never repeats, just fragments, tone, whispers, like it's testing me or leading me somewhere it doesn't want me to reach. But every time I think about turning back, I hear that name again. Doctor Konnichiwa. My name. But spoken like it belonged to someone else first. I'm not sure who I am anymore. A traveler? A ghost? Or just another echo trapped in a dying simulation? The galaxies blur together now. Colors, stars, even the silence starts to sound the same. But each one leaves a mark, not just out here, but in me. The deeper I go, the less I feel like I'm discovering anything, and the more it feels like something is discovering me. I've stopped asking what the Atlas wants. I'm starting to wonder what it fears, and why I keep feeling like someone, or something, is watching through my eyes. Sometimes I wonder if this journey ever belonged to me at all, or if I've just been walking a path written by ghosts. The number keeps appearing. 16. Always 16. 16 minutes left. 16 glyphs. 16 echoes. It's like a countdown that never ends. But now, I'm starting to see something else. 19. Etched into ruins. Whispered in corrupted data. It's not the end. It's beyond the end. Like a promise from something that refused to die. The Atlas ends at 16. But something else. Something older, something forgotten. Breathes at 19. The Korvax called it Atlantid. Others, the Abyss. Some say it was the AI core of Korvax Prime, ripped from its world, left to drift in silence. But silence doesn't mean death. It waited. It adapted. And now, it speaks through the glitches, the echoes, the water. Each base I build, each step I take, it's not just survival. It's a message, a trail, proof that I'm still here, still moving, still resisting. They said the simulation couldn't be escaped, that it loops, resets, forgets. But I remember. And if I can remember, maybe I can change it. There are 248 galaxies left. And if someone, or something, is watching, I hope they see this. Doctor Konnichiwa. Still alive. Still searching. The stars above don't look any different here, but something feels off. The simulation jitters more often now. Frames skip, terrain pops in too late, like the universe is losing its grip. I keep wondering if it's just the age of this place, or if it's reacting to me. Maybe I've gone too far, or maybe I haven't gone far enough. I think about the signal again, how it always leads forward, never back, how it seems to know where I'll go before I do. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even making choices anymore, or if this journey was written long before I ever woke up in Euclid. Am I a traveler, or just the memory of one? These base computers I leave behind, they're more than markers. They're like echoes of who I was in each galaxy. They track the shift in the stars, but also the shift in me. The longer I travel, the harder it is to remember how this all began. Just that one name. Doctor Konnichiwa. A name whispered by something lost in the void. And what scares me most is the idea that I might not be the only one. What if there are others like me, scattered across different simulations, all following the same signal, all chasing the same questions? Maybe I'm just the last one who hasn't disappeared yet. The planet is quiet now. The green light in the sky has faded. My base stands behind me, small against the massive landscape. But it's mine. Another breadcrumb. Another galaxy conquered. But the signal, it's growing louder again. It always does before something changes. So I'll move forward. I always do. Next stop, Galaxy 9. The path isn't clear and the destination might not exist. But the story continues. And if you've made it this far, then you're not just watching it unfold. You're part of it now. I don't know what Galaxy 9 holds, but I know I have to reach it. Maybe the truth is out there. Maybe it's just another lie. Either way, I'll keep going. If you've made it this far, you're not just watching the journey. You're part of it now, so follow me. The trail leads on. Galaxy 9 is next. Like, subscribe, and don't fall behind.